Hello, everyone. My name is Fariborz Azhakh. I'm from Team Karate Centers in Woodland Hills, California. I was asked to share with you a couple concepts and life skills that we teach at our school. As you can see, there's a class going on kind of behind me right now, so excuse the noise. But I want to talk to you about how to make a fist, and especially teaching our young kids how important this lesson could be, right? And it's a life skill, but also a technical, something that you could teach people. So this is what we teach the kids. We want them to be nice, to be nice, to be nice, to be nice, till it gets to a point you will not be nice. And that's how we tell them to go hand, finger, all the way through. Because the common thing is people go like this, or they put the thumb on top, or they do just funky different ways to make a fist. But we also translate that into their daily life, right? We tell them if in the school somebody gives you a hard time, they're bullying you, you tell them to back off. They do it again, you tell your school teacher. They do it again, you tell your parents. If they do it again, you get the school principal involved. But if none of those work, then you knock them out. But you do not go right to this right from the first thing. We go right through everything. So we be nice, we be nice, we be nice, we be nice, till it gets to a point you will not be nice. All right? So that's a great thing to teach youngsters, even teenagers, or even in communication. You could be so nice to someone, but you cannot have them take that as a weakness. You want them to take that as your strength. That you're being nice, and you can talk to in your relationships even. As a parent, you can say, "Hey, buddy, I told you no. Now you have to have the consequence," right? Which is so important to have. Anyway, so we talk about this. The second one I want to share with you is about consequences. Is everything in life has consequences, but the consequences are divided into two groups. Natural consequences and logical consequences. So if we're teaching our kids to keep this is what I do with my kids. If we're teaching our kids their room is messy, and I pull them out and say, "Hey, you know what, your room is a mess," right? What's the logical consequence? They get grounded. I get mad at them, right? They feel bad. But what's the natural consequence? They can't find anything in the room. It's a mess. Do you understand? So if we bring them up and keep trying to talk to them about the natural consequence, we don't need to do as much logical. I know a lot of schools who come in, if the kid is late, they make him do 10 push-ups. Well, in my opinion, what is the first thing I should say as a teacher when I see a student come in? Instead of punishing them, I should walk up. This is what I do. I literally hold their hand and I go, "Is everything okay?" Because in that moment, I want them to know they are more important than anything else. Once they say they're okay, I go, "Okay, is your parents okay?" They say, "Oh, so much traffic. Great, we'd love to have you. Thank you for being here anyway. I know it was late. Must have been hard to be here. Come on in," right? So again, we want to teach the kids, what's the logical consequence of being late? You get push-ups. Everybody gives you dirty looks. But what's the natural consequence? You miss the learning. If you're late, you miss the learning, right? You miss the warm-ups. You miss what we talked about, what we're going to do during the class, right? So kids and adults start looking at everything and consequences as what's logical, what's natural. So when you lie to someone, what's the logical consequence? Ooh, they might get upset. They might find out. You have to cover up. But what's the natural consequence? They won't trust you anymore. You lose the trust. Right? So these are a couple of the life skills that we teach. We start with little ones, and we go up to teens or adults. We teach them the same thing. So let's review again how to make a fist, which is nice, till I gets to a point I won't be nice. Then also the whole idea of the consequences. So hope that's something that you can enjoy and use in your daily life. Hello, everyone. My name is Fariborz Azhakh, and I'm from Team Karate Centers in Woodland Hills, California. I'm here to share with you a strategy that we use in combat, in sparring, And I know a lot of martial artists talk about technical stuff and all this stuff. This particular thing is not about a technique. It's what we call a strategy. It's a concept. Once you understand the concept, which I'm highly a person who believes in principles rather than techniques. It's a principle that works, and it goes back to history of war. And who better the warrior than Genghis Khan, the Mongolians, who started doing this particular technique called flanking. Flanking means you strike from the side, and right from throw. So instead of the old days when everybody kind of faced each other and fought, he would have half here and cut the other half into two, and they would head from the side, right? And so anyway, so we're going to concentrate from here, and we're going to do it with our hands, and we're going to do it with our legs. So a concept will be, imagine this. Imagine if I'm shooting at you. What happens if you back up? You're still going to get shot. So the idea is to get out of the line of fire. So the way we do that is from here like this. I'm going to flank to the left. That means left foot, right foot. So if I'm going to try with a jab, while I'm flanking, I'm striking. So if you can visualize that person is hitting me, I'm getting out of the line of fire, and I'm hitting him at the same time. Notice I'm not getting out of the way, then hitting. It's same time. Right? So I can flank with a jab to the left. I can flank with a cross to the left. I can also flank with a left hook. I can flank with the legs. So I can step left foot out, right front kick. I can step left foot out, right side kick. Or I can step out and round kick. Or step out and knee. Okay? The idea is I'm getting out of the line of fire. When it gets a little challenging, if I want to flank to the right, which I could, I'm going to end up switching stance and going to southpaw. A little confusing in the beginning, but like I always say, choose not to be confused. So I'm going to go, footwork is right, left. And when I do it, the right hand becomes a jab. If I want to do a cross, right, left, it's a left cross. If I flank to the right, it's a right hook. If I do the kicks, I step right foot, then a left front kick, right foot, left side kick, right and left roundhouse kick or a knee. So the idea is I want to get out of this line by either flanking to the left, flanking to the right. Super important weapon training, especially the sword. So if it comes towards me, I want to get out of the way, or the other way, or even with a knife, right? So I want to flank to the sides when I'm doing it. So again, the technique you can come up with, but the concept and the principle is extremely powerful, and it's called flanking.